All right. Shalom, shalom. Praise Him most. We would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto
Yahweh
Yahweh,
Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekakwadash.
That is to say, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, being the Heavenly Father, Bahashim, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, who the word originally calls JC, Bahashim, in the name, the Rachach Korash, which is the Holy Spirit, in our native Hebrew tongue, giving double honors unto the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who taught us the truth and rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, shalom to the Akim and Akwath, listening and learning. This message goes out to the true Hebrew sides of the Bible, the so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, and so-called African Americans scattered throughout the four corners of the world. That's the branch of the Great Minnesota Chicago Camp. I'm the brother Yaya.
I'm the brother Asha.
Back on another quick lesson through the Spirit. And we gonna let this video play, but the title of the lesson is Born to the Bloody City, man. And that's what we finna go into, man. Because this place that we in right now, this place of America, and this whole beast system is just full of deceit, blood, treachery, violence, all that kind of stuff, man. And the Lord is about to recompense this place forward. It says, woe to the bloody city, man, meaning destruction unto the city, man. And it's just been so much blood going throughout America, so much violent acts throughout the history, throughout the course of the 250 years that this place has been officially alive, man. And the 400 years of slavery that Jake has been through, man. It's just been countless amounts of deaths and violence. That's why the Lord is finna come cleanse this place, man. That's why the place is gonna be uninhabited, man. And I was gonna say, and the land can only be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it, man. We're gonna get all the precepts going into that, but first we're gonna let this video play. Copyright 1976, fair use.
Of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, the 9 worshipers who were murdered at the Mother Emanuel AME Church, the 23 people murdered in 2019 during a shooting at Walmart in El Paso, the 10 people murdered during the 2022 shooting at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. All of these were murdered by white supremacists who were empowered by the Republican Party's racist rhetoric and policies. This is the same party that wants to drag us back to the Jim Crow era. Some say that there aren't poll taxes, and I guess it's because they're not listing the amount of money. But when you tell somebody that they've got to go and pay for something, say, like a passport that costs over $100 in order to be able to vote, that looks like a poll tax to me. Some of y'all need to read up on your history books, the very same ones that the Republicans have decided that people should not hear about, because you don't want real history taught in our schools because you're afraid that it's going to hurt people's feelings to know that their ancestors were so savage that they would enslave black folk. You don't want them to understand why the 14th Amendment mattered then and it matters today. You don't want them to understand that when they draw these racist lines and tell black folk that they shouldn't have representation in this country, that it is against the Constitution. You want them to be ignorant so that they can sit up here and be your token for your mission.
Expired.
So, that's to the point, man. As just like this man Esau Edom has slayed Jake all the day long, man. And I'm gonna just do a quick Google search. I'm gonna say how many estimated Native Americans were killed during the founding of the Americans.
Yeah.
Founding of the Americas. It says historians estimate that European colonization and the founding of the Americans. This is the AI overview. Historians estimate that European colonization and the founding of the Americas resulted in the death of tens of millions of indigenous people. The indigenous population plummeted by roughly 80 to 95% within the first 100 to 150 years. While precise numbers are impossible to verify, total estimates range from 10 to over 50 million victims across North, Central, and South America, man. And that's just the Native Americans alone, man.
Facts.
The northern kingdom of Israel, man. Not talking about the southern, all the Jakes that died during chattel slavery, man.
And dying to this day here in America. Just do a quick Google search on how many African Americans have died in America by the hands of this system and these people, man. The numbers are going to be staggering. And, and we're just letting you know that because of the bloodshed, they got to pay for it.
Con, I'm gonna Google that too. How many African Americans are estimated to have died
from slavery to now at the hands of these people?
No, I'm gonna say during slavery.
That's fine.
It says estimating the total number of African Americans who died because of slavery depends heavily on which stages of the system are measured, but historians place the death toll from the combined effects of capture, transit, and plantation labor between 7 million to upwards of 60 million people. Globally, if looking strictly at North America and the United States, hundreds of thousands died in transit, while millions more experienced premature deaths under the brutal conditions of chattel slavery. And that's just a rough estimate. Of course, Esau Edom gonna mess with the numbers to make them look better. That's his shame for spewing upon his glory. He don't want to put the real numbers, because then he'll be like, So that's just a rough estimate, man. And it's probably way more than that, man.
Right. And what we need to understand is that y'all try to say that was a past. We're just giving you a picture of who they are, and their murders have not stopped. So, we can pull up the recent violent crime statistics on Jake being murdered in America since slavery to today. And we're not talking about by the hands of our own people, because the hands of our people, they go to jail. These white devils, Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man here in America, who did all the lynches, who does all the murder, all the underhanded stuff, they never serve out this sentence. They never go to jail. So that's why, it's important to understand the distinction, man. Jake being killed by this bloody city. Go ahead.
God, now we're going to get that. Let's just get the precepts. This is Nahum 3:1. This is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots.
Right. So, what's transpired over in Nineveh is a significant impact on what's going to transpire here in America. That's always happened before. They had the war on drugs, which was the war on Jake. You know what I mean? They had when they was doing the civil rights marches with the water hose and the dogs on Jake. And then, it's the culmination is about to happen, even more at the larger scale. That civil war is going to erupt. We've been watching the movies. It's going to go down, and you're going to see a martial law impacted, and these troops are going to be on the ground. You just got a glimpse of that with the Ice Age. Yeah, just go ahead.
Verse 3, the horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses.
And this is what Jasmine Crockett was alluding to, that these Proud Boys, these neo-Nazis, those small splinter cells, have gone into churches to kill people, and nobody's been saying anything about it. They haven't been prosecuted, to the full extent of the law they should be, and their organizations have not been put on the watch list. According to Jasmine Crockett, they're getting paid. Okay.
Verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Right. And what country has promoted alphabet lifestyle throughout the whole world? Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man here in America. With his magic potions that he's been giving them, with all this poison he's been perpetuating throughout the world.
And all these philosophies and different things, right?
Right, all this doctrine of devils he's been teaching, right? This philosophy, this democracy, which is just crazy. You know what I mean? And putting up his regime. He set up his regime in their countries, and promoting his wickedness, his lifestyle.
His democracy.
His democracy. Yeah.
Verse 5, Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
That's what's coming to this place. For all the blood that is shed and continues to shed, it's got to be cleansed by the blood that was shed.
God, we gonna get that too.
God, you know what I mean?
This is Numbers. This is Numbers.
Go ahead.
This is Numbers 35 and 33. Numbers 35 and 33, straight to the point. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it, man. And that's how this land of America is gonna be cleansed, man, by thermonuclear fire, man.
That's right. Yeah, it is everything has a time. According to Ecclesiastes, time for peace, time for war, and time for a wicked kingdom to end. And that's what time we in now. Wicked kingdom, abruptly comes to a grand finale.
God, because of all the blood that's therein, man. So they gonna get it too, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and 12.
Start at 4.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. Habakkuk 2 and 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
So the soul of Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man, this wicked devil who loves to be violent and bloody, you know what I mean? His soul's not upright in him. Psalms 58:3. And we come right back to this.
Psalms. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear.
And this is why, going back to Habakkuk, this is why he is, soul is not upright with him. He's born that way. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, because he was born wicked. And that's the point we want to make. Because he was born wicked, this is what he does, man. All right. You can skip down to the point.
Habakkuk 2 and skipping down to verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity, man. And this is all the towns that Esau even has built, man, just by straight blood, man.
Yeah. Let's go back down there. You know what I mean? It's a lot here, y'all.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what we've been seeing, man. This man Esau Edom goes around pillaging and taking over villages because it is the power of his hand to do so, man.
Yep.
Taking it by violence. Micah 2 and 1. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, and that thick clay is going into heavy debts. And that's all this man Esau Edom has done, man. Put on taking stuff that's not his, that don't belong to him, man.
Yeah, and put himself in $1 trillion in debt.
Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? For thou shalt be for booties unto them, man. And that's what we about to see right now, man. Everybody's going to turn against the well-favored harlot like we just read, man. The Lord is making this place a gazing stock, man, because of all the blood that is therein, man. This man killed the prophets, man. The blood of the prophets is on his hands, and that's why the Lord is going to come and get up out of there, man.
Come and exact vengeance on him.
Yeah. Verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein.
And that's what's gonna happen to him, man. He shed the blood, like you said, the apple of the Lord's eye. Continually does so, continually oppress, to cause destruction, pain, suffer, the sorrow. He's got to pay for all of that, man. And that's what's going to happen to him, man. He's not going to stop his agenda. As you can see, he's wrapping it up, man. You know, and because he's trying to, increase his agenda on, destroying the apple of the Lord's eye, the Lord is going to intervene and, protect his elect.
God.
You can go to the next precept.
God, this is Isaiah 3:9. This is Isaiah 3:9. The shew of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Yeah, Jake did the same thing, and Esau is doing it as well. They don't hide their wickedness. They don't hide it. You can see it plainly playing out on TikTok and IG. They're declaring that they're white supremacy. They're declaring their racism. They're declaring that they're, taking all the stuff back to the Jim Crow era by changing the mapping for folks to vote. So they're declaring their wickedness openly, man. And they're gonna pay for that, man.
Verse 10.
I think 3 and 9 was the point. Let's see.
I mean, it was verse 11 too.
Okay. So okay.
Verse 10 say to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him, man. And that's what we about to see, man. That the wicked are finna get what they, the Lord is not mocked, man. Whatever they sow, they gonna reap, man. And that's what's gonna happen to this place. Because of all the unrighteousness that is sowed, man. This is Jeremiah 51. And I'll start at 7.
Okay. All
right. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
And that wine is that philosophy, that democracy, all that doctrine that's caused them to be in bed with this devil on wickedness, man.
God.
Robbing the poor, oppressing the poor, promoting a wicked alphabet lifestyle. All of that comes with the democracy. Stealing from the poor and making themselves wealthy and killing the poor when nobody can defend them. That's what that democracy comes with.
God. Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So, God, that's what we're seeing right now, man. The judgment of Babylon is reaching up to the point of where the Lord wants it to be, and the Lord is going to come back and get that recompense, man.
That's right. The Lord had to let this place reach a certain level of measure. So when he brings judgment, it's righteous judgment. Everything the Lord does is righteous ultimately, but nevertheless, he's letting this, they're building up their case. So, it's undeniable who the wicked is. It's undeniable of the acts they've done. It's undeniable of all the,
all the
blood that they spilled. So when the Lord brings judgment, he's justified.
God. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Second Ezra 15, and I'll start at verse 5. Behold, said Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And why is that? Because of Esau Edom spreading all his philosophies, like we've been reading.
Yeah.
Verse 7, therefore saith Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore said Yahweh, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So kind of going back into the point of the bloody city, man, because of all the innocent and righteous blood that this man has said, the Lord is gonna recompense him, man. And he's gonna send out them plagues, man. That's additional, man. All the things that this chapter is going into, man.
Yep, it's a reward for the wicked, man. As a reward is destruction, man.
This is I'll just go over one. This is 2nd Esdras 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is set among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he? And what is he that may drive them away?
And that's what's going to happen to this place, man. You know, it's a sentence is rendered to a bloody, violent nation, man. That's wrought nothing but destruction. As the scripture say, what's that, Revelation 6:4? He was going to take peace for the earth. Yeah. So because he's done all this with the bloodshed, because he's blessed with the sword, the Lord is going to recompense him. You know what I mean? And we just going to do what we need to do. Continue to praise, the Yahweh Shem Yahshai, till he take this devil out of the way. You got something else? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get this Revelation. This is Revelation 18. And I'm going to skip around a little bit. This is Revelation 18 and start at 2 and jump down. Revelation 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. So that's what this place is, and that's what this place is gonna become, man. This place is gonna be uninhabited.
Uninhabited.
Uninhabited, skipping down. Revelation 18 and
read 3.
Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yep, they've all been partaking in this wickedness, traffickings of children, souls of men, all of that stuff, man. Everything is violent, bloody, and destructive. These other nations have been rolling right along with it.
Skipping down, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be burnt, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh power who judgeth her. So and that's the point right there, man. The Lord is gonna send all these plagues upon her and burn her with fire, man, because of the multitude of iniquities that she's done.
Yep, the plagues being the thermonuclear missiles, ICBM missiles all across this globe, chariots, laser beams from the chariots of the Lord. Those are the plagues, destruction from this wicked, bloody place, man. That's why they're going to call this place the lake of fire. The Lord's going to burn this place down. That says Isaiah 6:6-15. You know what I mean? Fire is a judgment to a wicked nation, man. Get the Isaiah in on that 6:15.
This is Isaiah 66:15.
I believe that's what it is. Is that the one?
Wait, you said what? This talking about the world.
Yeah, burn this place with fire, yeah.
So Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Judgment for a wicked nation and wicked people who thought they was going to get away with murder and they were going to continue to go on forever. But this bloody nation is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Thus said the scriptures, man.
So with that, I hope this video was edifying and exhortational. We would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash.
Giving double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, taught us truth and well. Shalom to all elect. Keep doing what you're doing. Shalom.
Shalom. Bob Yasharala and a Bob Ball.